Once again, we have a dragon slot machine. The Game of Thrones series turned the spotlights on dragons, and so those flying scaly creatures must survive their 5 minutes of fame instead of blowing fire on their fans. Red Tiger also got one slot with Dragonfire into its online game and built a fantastic slot machine around it with awesome visuals and a nice batch of bonuses. Beauty is what first comes to mind when you see the gaming screen, a game environment built to the detail that belongs to the top among online slot machines. Whether you like dragons or you entered their lair, simply because of curiosity, you'll be happy. Red Tiger is known to put a high standard on graphics, but these are truly top-notch visuals even for its portfolio. Even more than the graphics, we enjoy the sounds. They also show the differences between games where the authors are really meticulous with the details and those where they just fit everything into a template and then fit it with sounds from a sound library. Aside from the pleasant music, you will be followed through the entire game, also with metal sound effects of the spinning reels and mainly the sound of dragon breath, and it's amazing. Hearing it whenever the reels stop spinning is worth it, and it transports you into the fantastic atmosphere of the game. The graphics and sounds are important, but if the playability isn't the best, there isn't much to celebrate. However, we can't remember ever playing a casino game from Red Tiger that we would quickly get bored with. 5 reels with far routes and up to 40 fixed winning lines are proof enough that this tradition won't be broken. The principle of the game is standard. The reels spin, the wins happen while the winning combinations are summed up from left to right. There's nothing that could surprise you or throw you off. The control elements are the same as with all Red Tiger games. We were delighted by the option to define the autoplay function, where you can set not just the number of spin, but also the maximum loss limit, the win limit, and even if the game stops after getting one of the bonuses. The turbo mode is also here, but don't turn it on, savor the game, and of course the spin button. Dragon's Fire offers more than just a few bonuses. Both sides of the slot machines are closely linked with them. On the left there is a monumental dragon, and on the right there is a magical dragon egg. Watch both sides carefully, cause they give the game the right spice. The basics aren't missing from this slot machine, such as the wild symbol. Here, like almost everywhere else, it can change non-winning combinations into winning ones, because as a joker, it substitutes the missing symbols in winning combinations. The scatter symbol isn't absent either, and it also works on the traditional basis, where it sends you to the bonus round with free spins. It's necessary to spin on all the reels at least 3 times. Afterwards, in order to get started spinning for free, you have to select one of 3 dragon symbols that will determine the number of free spins. Are you asking where are those bonuses that we described in the beginning? We'll tell you all about them in a second. The sleeping dragon was mentioned several times before, but the lizard sometimes wakes up and with a massive roar it lands at the top of the reels to spit a nice dose of flames on them. By doing this, he can mix up the symbols on 2 of the reels. With his flames, he either changes all the symbols on the 2 reels to wild symbols, or he adds a scatter symbol to each of them. All you need to do is get at least 1 more on the remaining 3 reels, and you are in the bonus round. That's not all, there's the egg. It adds a win multiplier to the game. After each win, the multiplier rises by 1 number, and as soon as you don't win in the next round, it drops to 0. If you manage to spin it several times after each other, you might have a chance at a really nice win. But caution, it only works in the basic game. There are no multiplies in the free spin games. What that means doesn't need to be explained. We will add on top of that, the maximum win multiplication is times 50. The Dragon's Fire slot will rate high in our imaginary top slot machines poll. Games from Red Tiger end up high suspiciously often. If you are looking for a favorite slot machine, you should have a peek at least into a casino at the Dragon's Fire slot. We'll bet 10 free spins that you won't be disappointed.